April 19, 2020. Doesn't matter what day it is. I think I did another one of these earlier today, but I can't remember anymore. I did a podcast, an A to Z podcast with Zero today. We were discussing the whole music and the album coming out and all that. And I started talking about one of the things that seems to motivate me. And, you know, if anyone listens to this consistently, or the 20 of you, hey guys, that listen to this consistently, you're probably aware of like the bitterness and the pettiness that I feel towards anyone that has, you know, anyone that's told me, I'm gonna go biggie about this, all the teachers that told me I'd never amount to nothing, all that stuff. I don't remember how the rest of it goes. This is a good song though. Hold up. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, we were talking about music, what motivates me, and there's the positive side of me, the pure artist in me, the person that listens to Dave Chappelle and Patrice O'Neal and gushes about making art and, you know, man, expressing my feelings, man, and Molly, bro. Like, there's that. I don't ever talk about Molly. Mushrooms and marijuana, man. Like, there's that side of me, this art purist, and then there's the petty side of me, and I don't know yet if that side is good or not, because part of me thinks, you know, it's not healthy. That's not healthy to hang your identity and your self-worth based off of if other people are enjoying your artistic projects, and I realize that. At the same time, I feel like some of the you know, when artists come out in their first album, or maybe their first to second album, they come out swinging because they're hungry. They have something to prove. They've had people tell them their entire lives like they're not going to be able to make it. So to come out there and be able to make it and show people like, here's my talent, here's what I can do, there's a market for this, I'm going to be able to make money off of this. No, we're not doing this. Okay, it's not going to happen. I promise. I promise you. I promise it's not going to happen again. I promise I'm that boyfriend that beats you and then promises later, hey, it's not going to happen again. It's not. I promise, baby. You're not going to hear that ring again. I promise. That ringing in your ear. All right. Anyway, yeah. I'm trying to figure out, like, if that's good or not. Like, should I be petty? Should I be out to prove myself? Because in some way it's good motivation. Like, when you don't want to embarrass yourself, when you want to make sure people know what you're about, that you're about to come out and you're going to come hard, you come hard. I think. Oh, sex pun jokes. All right. Like, there's some of these rap. There's one verse in particular. Spoilers, it's going to be out by the time I post it. Aaliyah, come the fuck on, Jesus. Anyway, there's a spoilers. It's called Battle Cry, and I'm really, really proud of my verse on Battle Cry in particular. The rest of the album, I think, is solid, but there's something about that verse that I just really like, and in my head at the time, I was being petty. I was just like, I'm going to come out, I'm going to make sure people respect what the fuck I'm doing out here. But then, you know, then the other side of the coin of that is like, well, now you're basing your self-worth on what other people think, and that's not good. That's not healthy. And it is petty. and I'm trying to find a balance with that, and I don't know. My prediction is, like, you can be, I think if you have the right headspace, I think right now when you're young and when you're hungry for it, when you're working hard in the beginning, I think it's good to be a little petty, and it's good to have something to prove to people, because it's going to make you bring your A game and people are going to respect you. And then after that, I think that pettiness should go away, but that artistic voice and that need to express yourself and that desire to continue to create shouldn't leave. It should stay there in its purest form, and I don't think money should be dictating all of your decisions. Let me say right now, for future reference, because I do plan on making money from this, I'm not saying like I want to be a starving artist for the rest of my life. I'm saying that, like, who's a good example? Okay, I don't know. First off, I'm going to start off right now by saying I don't know shit about Sam Kinison. at all. Like, I don't know really his history. He's not my favorite comic. Of all the stuff I've heard from him, I don't get it. But from what I understand of him, when he first started, he was hungry. He had something to prove to people. He was angry. He was raw. He was vicious. And then he started partying too much. It was all about the money. It wasn't about the art or expressing yourself anymore. And I think that's the road I would not want to go down. Like, I don't want to be one of those people or one of those artists that continue, like Eminem. Eminem's a really good example, actually. Okay, I'll use Eminem and Sam Kinison as two examples of where I think you can head as an artist. So both of them started off hungry and they exploded. Sam Kinison seemed to have lost that artistic spark and just went into the alcohol and drugs and just raw excess. And then Eminem also started off hungry, exploded, but continued with the pettiness. Like, continued to be mad about the past and to be mad at this person or mad at that person, mad at mumble rappers, mad at MGK. He's mad at every goddamn body. How are you still mad, Eminem? How? Like, work on yourself, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know him. He's not going to listen to this shit, but I hope not, because I really like Eminem. I would hate for him to listen and be like, man, fuck that motherfucker. And then actually, it'd be awesome if he made a diss track about me. I'd be so happy. It's like getting made fun of by South Park. Like, that's an honor. You should take that in strides. China. Anyway, so then Eminem went down the petty route, and he stayed petty. I think both of them started off petty, and that pettiness was good fuel. It was good anger. It makes you come out and makes everyone look at you. They're like, wow, this person has something to say. But you gotta let go of the pettiness at some point. When you're in a mansion, dude, when you're in you're not in a trailer anymore. Like, when you're in a mansion and you are the top selling rapper of all time, what do you have to be mad about in terms of the stuff that he talks about? Why do you give a fuck about what other artists are doing? Just do you. Find some others. To me, right now, the place that Eminem is at is a person who has run out of things to say, who has not dug inside of themselves enough to figure out the other little nooks and crannies of their personality. I would love to see Eminem step out of the box. I know you can rap fast, man. Like, I know you have technique out the ass. One of the greatest rappers, just pure rappers of all time. But the art form has changed and it's developed. It's changed. You can't... nobody gives a fuck how fast you rap. We have Twister and we have you. We're good. We're good. So that pettiness is, I sound petty about Eminem's music right now, because he's an artist that I really love. And I'm just kind of disappointed in the direction he seems to be going. Like, he's really fucking up his legacy, in my opinion. Either way, that pettiness, I think you gotta let go of it eventually. And with someone like Kinison, not the pettiness, but the desire to still create art for art's sake. Once you have the money, then do something different. Have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. So that's kind of where my head is at. Not to say I'm ever going to become as successful as Sam Kinison was or as Eminem is within my art forms, but I think that right now I'm gonna allow myself to be petty, and I'm gonna allow myself to have a little bit of that anger towards people that keep telling me that I can't do something, or who say to me, like, you're still doing that, like, comedy little thing? You're still doing that? Like, people who do that. I'm gonna keep that anger, I'm gonna keep that fire for now, and I think I'm just gonna keep working on myself so that in the future, when I can just survive off of this, I can let go of the pettiness, and I can let go of that anger. In the same way that I'm letting go of that old material, that I'm throwing my baby in the dumpster and then lighting it on fire and then throwing it off the Grand Canyon. Like, that's what I think I should do with the pettiness. But right now, I'm gonna stay petty.